Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start our reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for being here. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for being here with us on Story Time. And just glad you could be here with us so we can read together, learn together, and of course, just have a good time in community together. Thank you so much for being here with me on Story Time today. And of course, with us all the rest of the community. Thank you so much for joining us on Story Time. And whether you're here live, thank you for being here, making the time to join in. And of course, if you're joining us later on for the recordings, well, saying hi to you as well. And we hope that you do leave us a message so we know you were here. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. And excited as always. It is Thursday. This week has felt like it's just flown by. It is already Thursday. Lots happening. Cooler weather. So we'll take that for sure. I hope that where you are is also getting better weather-wise indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Where are you joining us from today? Well, right here in Oakland, right now, still a little bit cool. Enjoying it. But I think later on in the day, I can't remember exactly, but I think later in the day it'll get up to maybe high mid 80s or about 80 thereabouts. So just be aware as you're going out. Maybe carry that sweater, but knowing that you might need to take it off later on. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time, and excited to bring stories here to you all, and of course to share amazing stories from all these amazing creators and publishers that have allowed us to share so many wonderful books here on Story Time. Welcome to this one, a story of friendship in Filipino Sign Language, Dancing Hands. Are you ready? This one coming right up. It is written by Joanna Q and Charina Marquez, and illustrations by Fran Alvarez, and it is translated by Karen Yagas. So thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. And of course, we're reading this one from our friends, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, because our story will be getting started very, very shortly. Dancing Hands coming right up. Thank you for being here with us, and I hope that you've enjoyed the amazing lineup that we've had for you so far. Amazing books. The Red Teen Box, an instant classic. Similarly for The Fire of Stars, which is on Tuesday. And then, of course, yesterday we brought you Cinderella and A Mouse Called Fred. Yes, the hilarious one coming in from Deborah Hopkinson. And I hope that you enjoyed our conversation together as well. If you missed it, please do catch it on storytimewithmrlimada.com or indeed Storytime with Mr. Limada Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Today, our book is this one, Dancing Hands. Yes, get ready. I'm excited to share this one, and I hope that you're okay wherever you are today. Thank you for being here, and always a pleasure. Welcome back. Thank you. Sorry about that. I just took myself out of the studio, but we're back. We're here. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh my goodness. Always something in the morning. Always something. But here we go, getting ready for our story. Please, 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 get ready. Get everything that you need that will make it more comfortable, more enjoyable, and we'll be right back on story time after this short break. Thank you for being here with us. Oh my goodness. Today I'm just adding things after things, but let us go. Let us see. We'll get it right. Here we
Hi,
go.
everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I'm a children's book author, illustrator, and high school art educator. I am the author of 30,000 Stitches, the inspiring story of the National 9/11 flag, illustrated by Sally Warren Comport and published with Worthy Kids # book group. One thing that drew me to writing 30,000 Stitches was the idea that people from all different communities came out to stitch this flag and make it whole again. So I hope that when people read 30,000 Stitches, they remember the power of sharing our stories. When people came out to stitch the flag, they shared their stories, whether about loss or pain or love. We all have stories to tell, and by sharing our stories and listening to one another's stories, we can create a better understanding of each other and create a sense of connection and unity. And this is what creates a more inclusive world. I hope you enjoy your story time with Mr. Lamada. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much and welcome back. And indeed, apologies for the glitches before we get to break. But here we are. Here we go with this one today. Dancing Hands, the story of friendship in Filipino Sign Language. And it is written by Joanna and Charina Marquez and illustrations by Fran Alvarez and translated by Karen Yagas. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And again, under the sleeve here, for like it's one of the most calming pictures that probably see today. Look at that swing, looking out, relaxed. I love that. Making me feel relaxed just looking at it. It is beautiful, isn't it? And there's more too. So yeah, if you ever get it, hopefully you're able to see all those extra bits out there. But of course, too, when we open, let us see there are all these signs, and I did learn one to start with, so I was ready for this today. This one, the very first one, it says friend, and that's the sign. Can you see it? Ah. Can you see that sign here now? There we go. Something like that. Hope I did it correctly, but I think I did. So there's all different ones here that you could try out. And of course, we're going to be looking at that a little bit later on as well. A story of friendship in Filipino Sign Language. Dancing Hands. This one is written by Joanna Q and Charina Marquez, illustrations by Fran Alvarez, and translated by Karen Yagas. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. Our new neighbor's hands are dancing. Their hands move as if to music. What are they saying to each other? Are you as curious as we are? Our neighbor's hands are dancing. Their hands move as if to music. What are they saying to each other? What are they saying to each other? They don't need their voices to speak. They speak with their hands, with their expressions on their faces. Yeah. They don't need their voices to speak. They speak with their hands, with their expressions on their faces. Once I fell into Once I fell into step beside my. Yeah. Once I fell into step beside my. What was I going to do? How was I going to communicate? Then we met again. The third time was planned. Once I fell into step with my. What was I going to do? How were we going to communicate? Then I met her again. The third time was planned on. There were times we didn't understand each other. I thought we were running up the hill. My thought that we were hiding behind the tree. There were times we didn't understand each other. I thought we were running up the hill. My thought we were hiding behind the tree. Aw. One day, so we could better communicate, my taught my hands to dance. One day, so we could better understand or better communicate, my taught my hands to dance. Whoa. There's all those signs. What's this sign? I think I know this one too. Yeah. Let's see if you figure that one out, and then we'll look at the end and see if we got it. What's that one? Oh, and there were more. There was more to that. What signs are you seeing on there? My hands dance to describe the sounds around us, like the songs of birds. There's another sign there. What is that sign? My hands dance to describe the sounds around us, like the songs of birds. One day, to better communicate, my taught my hands to dance. My hands dance to describe the sounds around us, like the songs of birds. With her hands, Mai told me about her love of butterflies. Who else loves butterflies out there? Me too. With her hands, Mai told me about her love of butterflies. One evening, under a blanket of stars, Mai told me her dreams, and I told her mine. Mai wants to be a teacher. I want to protect our earth. I hope you achieve your dreams, girls. Yes. One evening, under a blanket of stars, Mai told me her dreams, And I told her mine. I wants to be a teacher. I want to protect our earth. Aw. There is more. What do you see? What do you notice on this page? Aw. Yes, friendship. Aw. Can you try that? Friend. We're Sam and Mai. We're best friends. Aw. Oh, so good to meet you, Mai and Sam. We're best of friends. Do you have a best friend? And that is the end of our story. And just in the back here too, there's a little bit about Filipino language, Filipino Sign Language, and then of course, what is the difference between Filipino Sign Language and American Sign Language, and of course, sign languages around the world. And we're going to just look at that a little bit more when we come back from the break and just talk just a bit more before we go. But thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Please join me on the other side of this short break.
Hello, I'm Brianna Carzu, the author and illustrator of Lou, and you're watching Storytime with Mr. Lamada.
Welcome back. The author and illustrator of Lou, and of course there's a brand new book as well called Green Light. So if you've not checked that one out, please go and find it at your local library. Brianna Kazoo with brand new books as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. This has been our book today. Oops, let me see if I can get the cover. I'll show you the inside on there, and then of course too we have the sleeve of it. And let me just put that back on. Did I get it right? Yes, I did. And yeah, thank you for being here, friends. I hope that you enjoyed this lovely book that we had. And of course too, if you do get the book from the library, you will find that there's the signs, some of the signs that are spread out throughout the book are in here as well. And you can see we have say for example this one that we saw, that's a bird. That one right there, that's bird. We can see that that one is water. It came up as well. All these ones, and then this one, friend, right? We saw that one with the beautiful spread showing those beautiful pictures right there. So that's friend, and there's so many others in here as well. But let's just look back too and see one of the things that we talked about. What is Filipino Sign Language? Well, Filipino Sign Language is the natural sign language of the Filipino deaf community, meaning that it is unique visual language rooted in Filipino culture and not based on any spoken language. Like other languages, it has its own grammar, sentence structure, and word forms. Many variations or dialects are used in different parts of the Philippines. Though the earliest record of signing in the Philippines dates back to Spanish archival documents in 1604, it wasn't until 2018 that Filipino Sign Language was recognized as an official language. Deafness is a culture, and language is an important part of culture. In the past, deafness may have been seen as simply a disability, but that perception has changed. Today, deaf Filipinos take pride in their whole selves, their unique community, and their language. Filipino Sign Language is an embodiment of their identity. And you could go on reading too. There's so much more back in the back here. And then, of course, we can talk about similarities between Filipino Sign Language and American Sign Language. But what I wanted us to look at here today, because of time, is what if two people don't speak the same sign language. What then? What do they do? Well, here we go. They might use international sign language, or IS. International sign language is what is known as an international auxiliary language, which is a simpler kind of language invented to help people from different countries communicate. It is often used by deaf people in international meetings or when traveling. International sign language has a limited vocabulary compared to natural sign languages and has been influenced by American Sign Language. So just something to think about there. And there's a whole further write up on the back here of the book that you can enjoy and continue to learn about this amazing language. Thank you so much for joining in today. This has been our story, and I love it so much. It is called A Story of Friendship in Filipino Sign Language, Dancing Hands. And this one is written by Joanna Q and Charina Marquez. Illustrations by Fran Alvarez, translated by Marquez, and we were reading this one with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Dancing Hands. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today, and I will keep that one. That's so fun. I know this one. I've learned that one, and that is friend. Yes. Welcome to Storytime. We're all friends here. Thank you for being here. I hope that you enjoyed that wonderful story. I am glad that we were here together. And of course, good morning to you, Kathy. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in out there in Ohio. And of course, sending you love as always. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime, and to everybody that will be joining us later on for the recordings. Well, we send you love as well, and we hope that you're enjoying the books that we've had so far this week. Amazing lineup that we've had, and I hope that you continue to enjoy it. And of course, tomorrow we are back with another exciting book, and that one is called Tap Tap Tap, Dance, Dance, Dance. And that one is coming from Ever Tule. Yes, come and join us tomorrow and get to enjoy that one. We've had amazing stories this week. We had an amazing guest too. And if you missed them, please find them at storytimewithmisslimada.com. And of course, Storytime with Miss Limada on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. Absolutely love the time that we get to spend together. I hope that you continue to enjoy stories here. Continue to send us recommendations. Continue to send us pictures to use as backgrounds, and we are here for you. Please drop us a message, and of course, have a wonderful, wonderful day indeed. And have a beautiful one. Check in on your friends, check in on your neighbors, and I hope that you have a good day. Hopefully read a book too, an extra book. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow with more Storytime when we're back with this one. Tap, tap, tap. Dance, dance, dance. I can feel the movement already building up. Yes, come on out tomorrow and join in that fun book. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Absolutely love it. Much love from me. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.